This video is brought to you in proud partnership between the following. All right, folks, welcome back to Astro video part 2. This is Stephen Cleveland, your communications committee volunteer. I guess I'm also known as a rep or something like that. And what we're doing here is we're going over Astro for people just coming on the line. I'm sorry, guys, if you're experts or if you're that 12-year captain, we're probably not going to be reviewing anything that you're going to like, oh, that's news to me. All right, well, what we're going to do here is we're going to go into this Show Last 30 Days tab. And actually, I'm just going to turn this over to Alicia and let her tell us what you can find here.
Yeah, so you can go into the Show Last 30 Days. And once it opens, you can see anything that you've done in the last 30 days. So this is a good place to go if you want to audit Rainmaker. So I know Stefan and Kendra did some videos on Rainmaker. What's really important to remember is that Rainmaker is populated from Astro. Mm-hmm. So whatever's in Astro is going to transfer over to Rainmaker.
Yeah, Kendra had said if something didn't code over to Rainmaker, it was a coding problem.
Yes.
So take a look in here, because if it's not coded on here, there's a glitch or something like that, then call Crew Resources and tell them that, hey, this should be coded differently. And then once it's coded, hit refresh over on Rainmaker, and then it should populate into your Rainmaker.
Correct. Mm-hmm. So if we just want to take, we'll just take the first flight. It shows obviously departure, arrival, actual times, the crew, and then you can also look on the log page, which has all of the actual out, off, on, and in times. So another good place to go to make sure that the times are correct in Rainmaker.
Yeah, just cross-check those with your UI page.
Yep.
All right.
And then to get back to that, I mean, is there anything else that you guys usually look at?
No. There's a lot of information that doesn't fill in.
Doesn't,
I think, we've reached the bottom there.
Maybe in a new system we can get that stuff to
exactly.
populate.
Yep, exactly. Well, what do you think? Should we go to the duty page?
Yeah, let's go to the duty page.
Yeah, it can be a lot of information. I have said it's a little bit like a information tsunami on some days.
Yes. So the duty page is going to populate 7 days out. So the flights page, as we mentioned in the last video, is 5 days, and the duty page is 7 days. So if you notice, Stefan is getting ready to go home tomorrow. I'm sure he's excited about that.
Yeah, both in real life and here.
Yes.
Yeah.
And then he's going to have a couple days off and then come back for JFK Anchorage on the 29th. If we expand this duty page, it will give you more details. So I guess let me ask you, from a pilot point of view, what are some of the important things that you guys look for when you're going to the duty page?
So here, this is actually some of the data points that are given here on this page. To keep you legal, nobody's perfect, and it's a team effort to make sure that we're legal. If you take a look down here in this duty area here, it'll tell you accumulated duty, maximum duty time, accumulated flight time, and all that. So keep an eye on this. It's, like I said, a group effort, a team effort to make sure that neither the management or pilot group, bust any regs and arrest or duty period limitations. Beyond that, there are the activities. You can see that it's flight duty, which just revolves around that one flight, and then the rest that you should be getting after that flight. So take a look at that. Make sure that they're not, or you're not out on the line sooner than you should be. And then down beyond that, here's the fun one, is the crew hotel. Everybody likes a great hotel. So if you do want to see where you're going to be checking in once you land, check out the crew hotel. It will have your reservation number on it in most, if not all cases, a contact telephone number for the hotel. And that's all the information that you can find there on the hotel. Right?
Yeah, so I would say from important things on this screen is obviously the rest is planned. It's what the planned rest is for. So that's going to, as you fly, right, as you're takeoff might be delayed or you might arrive early, this is all going to update. Also, as we mentioned in the last video, this is in Zulu time, but also the local time was added a couple of updates ago, so that's really nice.
Good, yeah. It needed to be expressed both ways.
And then the hotel, since 90% of our hotels are booked through automation now, there will be times in that confirmation number it will be blank. That usually means that it's still going through automation, because we always get confirmation numbers. So if you don't see a confirmation number, I would say don't freak out until you maybe are leaving for that flight. Yeah, the plan's
in motion. Yes. It's just that some of the cogs still need to get into place.
Exactly. And then the check-in and check-out times are really important too. So from the coordinator perspective, we're entering what your planned check-in and check-out times are. So that's always a good place to look and say, wow, this doesn't match, what I think I'm doing. Or,
right. It's a little bit like a flight plan. All weights, all times, all waypoints are planned.
Yes.
It's not going to be necessarily what happens when you touch down.
Exactly. And this is a manual process as far as entering that request for a hotel. So when the person that entered it the first time, you might have had a different schedule than what you actually have now. And what's interesting that I just noticed is this revised down here. I did change this as we were getting set up for the video. So it is interesting to me, again, because I don't get to see the pilot point of view a lot, that you guys can see that it's revised. So that's also a good indicator that something changed from the original.
Okay. All right. And then we'll talk about, what about maybe 4 to 6 months ago, we weren't sure if we were going to get an airplane unglued from a particular departure and reposition it to a particular destination. But when we finally got it unglued, our deadhead from our arrival, the times changed so often that there were so many different travel reservation emails that I got that I wasn't sure what I was actually doing.
Where you were going when you were late.
And so when I called, I'm like, hey guys, what's really going on? And Alicia said, if you ever want to know,
always check your portal. So emails go back and forth. Again, our hotel and travel is partly automated, partly manual. The automation doesn't kick off until a manual request is put into Astro. So with that, as things change, obviously it takes time to catch up with those changes in the department. So it could take a couple hours. And then the cancellation emails are coming, the new booking emails are coming.
Yeah, sometimes
and
emails
like
are just a mess.
Yes.
So if you get bogged
always
down,
check the portal.
Yeah, absolutely. And here's one that can get populated pretty frequently: the reposition details. Now, not having a photographic memory, this is, I imagine, where surface deadheads would appear, who the car company is, when you can expect the pickup, and so that will be in there, as well as, will deadheads be in there at all?
Deadheads on company aircraft should show on your flight page, but I believe deadheads on commercial aircraft will show in that reposition details.
If you're going to be deadheading on our own metal, that will definitely be in the flights. Just look in the here, I'll go there real quick. So in here, to find out what role you're playing, just take a look in here. See, here I'm the second in command, and then we got a non, who would be a perfect example of a deadheader.
Yes,
right? So
correct.
if you're deadheading, you're non, right? Yeah. And then IRP is the International Reserve Pilot. And then, of course, PIC, SIC, no explanation needed. All right. Well, Alicia, I think we might have knocked this one out of the ballpark. Let's take a look at what else we can do for the next video.
Awesome.